Well, everybody, I hope you can hear me. It's almost exactly 50 years since that fateful dinner party at which the great Arthur Armitage sat next to Sir Humphrey Cripps and discussed with him how sensible it would be to have a Cripps building at each end of the backs, there already being one at St John's. And fortunately for this college, Sir Humphrey agreed. And indeed, in many ways, this building saved Queen's College, financially and in terms of society. Financially, it bolstered our income in a way which enabled the college to be in a far better sustainable position than it had previously been. And in terms of society, it enabled us, almost uniquely amongst Cambridge colleges at the time, to have our undergraduates on site for all 3 years of their undergraduate career. And that, I think, has made a major impact on applications to this college. But it's a gift that's kept on giving, in the sense that it's a wonderfully adaptable building, which has been adapted over the years. We've had the 4th floor added to the top, which I think everybody agrees has improved the proportions of the building. We've had the ramps around the side for disabled access. And we now have further plans for adapting Lion Court in order to provide a study centre for graduate students. So this building is continuing to develop as a very important resource for Queen's College. And without the generosity of the Cripps Foundation, all those benefits would not have been enjoyed. But it's been an anonymous building up until now. And it's, I think, entirely appropriate, given the role which the building plays in the life of the college, and the important role it has played over the last 50 years in resuscitating and rejuvenating Queen's College, that it should not be anonymous any longer. And hence we have asked the name of the court to be engraved for all to see. Now, James, I believe, is this the order?
Yes.
The order right? Yes, James, you have a short oration for us, in English.
40 years ago, we admitted Sir Humphrey Cripps to an honorary fellowship, and on that occasion, as prelector, I delivered in chapel a speech in Latin. Here is a translation of it. It is one of our solemn customs that on a prescribed day each year, the President should recite the names of those who have benefited the college by their generosity. First to be named is Andrew Dockett, to whom we owe the design and establishment of the college, and who was first to hold the office of President. Our predecessors made all the more certain that his memory should never vanish from our minds, in that they gave the name of Dockett to one of the buildings of which the college is formed. Of the others whom we celebrate on that same occasion, 2 men who have brought especial glory to the college by their lives and their learning, John Fisher and Desiderius Erasmus, likewise have their memory preserved in memorials of stone. To these 3 is now added a 4th, the man whom we honour today, whose name will be linked with the college forever by the same indissoluble bond. It is not only by his generosity, exceeding that which we have experienced at any time in our history, but also by his industry, his prudence, and his kindliness, that he has put us in his debt. For he was not content to watch from afar the progress of the building which he had promised, but he was ever present during its design and construction, encouraging and advising both architects and workmen. I ask you to look at the building which we owe to him. It is not only a residence for more than 100 of our members, it is also equipped with rooms in which we may meet and dine, and it is adorned with delightful colonnades and secluded gardens. Above all, there is a dining hall of the most ample proportions. And when I look upon it, I am reminded of Virgil's description of the palace of Queen Dido at Carthage. The hall is decked in splendor, fit for queens.
Fit for queens indeed. I'd now like to ask Robert Cripps to unveil the, if one could say it's unveiling, let us say release from its green bonds, the inscription on the wall.
Ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
Last one. There were two little boys here just a few minutes ago, and I was that age once, and I remember coming here when I was that age, and we always used to start at St John's because that's where my dad went to college, and we would come along the backs and we would end here at Queen's, and we'd go over that bridge into what to me was always and still is a magical place. That court is just beautiful in a modest but just wonderful way. And then when I was at prep school, I got the mumps and had to go to the sick room, which was an opportunity to read. And they gave me Josephine Tay's Daughter of Time to read. And I became a fan of Richard III,
Bravo.
who was the greatest benefactor of this college, I believe.
He was.
And
for a while.
and I believe, because I believed what Josephine Tay wrote, that he was badly done by, and I still sort of feel that he was a bit. Yeah. And the last of the Plantagenets. So to be here today and to be doing that, and having listened to the most wonderful words about my father, I'm very proud to be here today, and a little humbled too. And to be wearing this, which my father deserved and my brother Edward, my late brother Edward deserved, I feel maybe I don't quite deserve it, but I'm very, very honoured by the what the college has done for me, and I thank the college now publicly for the first time for what you have done for me. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for regarding that I should be regarded as somebody important amongst you.